a 131.177, but Max has binned it into turn 1. He's got serious wing damage, and now he's got a lap to try and get back. He's going to have to be very gentle on that to make sure he's okay. So, sorry about the disconnection there, guys. I'm still hoping this is streaming. I'm going to go check my phone right now because my phone is currently charged. Just bear with me, please. Just want to make sure this is still streaming, and here we go. So guys, just sorting this out, just bear with me please. So, sorry about that guys, I do apologise. I noticed my stream disconnected, so I've just sent a link out in Discord to everybody watching. We've got 18 drivers here tonight, wow. And we've got Stephen Jones, is he on lap? He is, he's on the medium tyres, he's doing 2 laps now. Stephen is recovering from surgery. Snapped his MCL and ACL, so let's see how the driver who has shown serious pace in the past few races, how can he perform here? If you're doing a 2-lap stint on the 4 laps, I think he's made the right choice here for the mediums because the tyre wear is obviously less, and the deficit here at Las Vegas is minimal. It is not, it's marginal, you know. So let's see, what can he produce in now? He's not using his ERS here. See, for me, I'm uncertain about drivers that use it mid-straight. Use it at the start of the straight to get that propel, you know, to get it out the corner and maximize your top speed towards the end of the straight. Me personally. Anyway, as we're going into halfway through qualifying, can Stephen Jones improve here? Yes, he can. 132.837. As we go into, I want to say about 8 minutes to go of qualifying, we've got Max leading 131.177. Daguna second, Mills third, King Finier, who's reserving today for the Racing Bulls team, in 4th, Decay 5th. Stellar performance so far from Decay. Now, where is... So we've got Red Bull on his outlap, Boak's on a fast lap. Let's see how Boak's is doing here. He's going to be 57, 2, 3 steps to 2. What can the Racing Bulls driver... Can he match his teammate? Now... Nice awareness there from the Williams driver. I believe that to be either Tyler. I believe that to be Tyler, to be fair. So good awareness there by Tyler to get out of the way of the flying Raging Bulls. And what can Boak's produce here into turn? Now that's wide. That is wide. Recovery well. He didn't sacrifice too much time coming into turn 16, down towards turn 17. And what can Boak's produce here? He's run out of ERS. And it's going to be 132.986 with another 13. Let's sit on board the Red Bull. Now, Red Bull has shown some serious pace here. he is a contention for pole position here if he can hook that lap up. Now let's see what he can produce into end of sector 1. It's going to be in the 25s, I believe. It's going to need to be in the 25s. 26.2, and that's purple. So 26s, that's purple. Let's see what can Red Bull produce here. Sorry, a long day. So Red Bull, nice line there for the Alpine driver as we head down towards turn 9. Sorry, turn 10. And so we head through turn 15. 56.1. Wow, amazing. And he's still got 50% battery there. He's deploying that as soon as he can, getting on that 203 miles an hour even before the DRS sector. When is he going to utilize the rest? It looks like he's saving it for the last straight. Okay. What can we able to see? Could he have lost some time there by not utilizing that ERS through the long straight? Nice wide line there, and it's going 131.496. I'm wondering, did his non-utilization there in sector 1, in sector 3, hinder him? It's on board with Tom now. Tom, since John League has shown some super. The Gouda goes to pole. Provisional pole with a 131.160. We missed that from the Haas driver, but amazing that there from Daguna. Now he's been iron pole here. He believes he can not only just take pole, but win the race here. He's shown some serious pace in TT and his practice runs, which I understand all drivers can't attend our practice runs, but you know, anyone wants to win a world championship. So Tom, purple in sector 1. Can the Aston Martin driver take provisional pole from Daguna, both of whom joined in the same week at Singapore, both of whom showed very serious pace around the track during their trials, and right now Daguna topping the charts. So let's see, as we see Tom, purple sector 2, you smashing that ERS. He is pummeling that down the last straight. Let's hope the Alpine driver gets out of the way of the Aston Martin as Tom is getting the slipstream, and that could well be Red Bull giving his, you know, his potential rival a slipstream. He's now moved out of the way, but has he given him enough of a slipstream to not just utilise it, but gain provisional pole position? Tom around last corner, and it's going to be 1:39.77. Good enough for pole position here for Tom. What a lap there. Drivers on if I was there. Slipstream just improved, I think. Slipstream has just improved to 1:31.975. Big D is not on a lap. Luco, not on a lap. Sheffield is not on a lap. Not. Oh, Stephen Jones is in 15th now. He's just improved on 1:30. Let's have a look. No, I think he's on that. Let's have a look. So on board, Ruler Williams driver currently sitting in 15th position. How about Hijab? Hijab coming through sector 1 now. That is not a good sector 1. That is not. It's really that. Stephen Jones is 8 tenths up on Hijab through sector 1, and he's only 2 tenths up on his time now. It's still not bad. You know, he's building on a lap. If he can get another few temps, get into the 1:31, that's going to give him 8th. It's very close here in the pack, you know. It's only a couple of seconds separate in first through 16th, which is not bad over a 90-second second. Let's see what Stephen can do here through turn 12. Got the flag in sector 2 here. And he is now 6.5 temps up. So already is looking at fighting King Fenry and JP, and possibly Big D as well. And we've got a Alpine and Stephen Jones utilising all of his ERS on that main shot. I personally feel like that's beneficial. Nice slip line through the chicanes of turns 15, 16, 17, and he's utilised all of his ERS, and it's going to be 11th there, but just a few tenths to gain here. Oh, and he's lost it through turn 1, 2. Doesn't want to get disqualified, so he needs to turn that car around quickly. And has done so. Now, who have we got on laps? Slayer is on lap, I believe. Is Slayer on lap? Let's have a look. Yes, Slayer is on lap. Slayer was warming up there. Set on board with Slayer. Oh, we've also got Max on that. Let's compare Max's and Slayer's. So 26.3 for Max. 26.7 for Slayer. So Max coming 4 tenths up on Slayer. Max was down on his lap time. However, can I make it to the points? Can Edin make it to the points? That's a good question, Edin. You've not yet done a lap. Oh, you're also on the band, so that's understandable. Yes. I think you can. I believe you can. Max has invalidated there, so let's get on board with Slayer. Slayer, 2 tenths up on his lap. Now he could pip Stephen Jones here. Edin, I do believe you could make the points here. I do believe you could. Obviously, saying the quality ban, you are not allowed to go out for your lap. So thank you for respecting that. But yes, I do think you can make points here. There's going to be, I would say there's about a 70 to 75% chance of a safety car here at Vegas. And I think selecting the right strategy at the right time will be absolutely crucial. And playing a game which you are well aware of how to do. So, yes, points possible for the Red Bull driver. Slayer has improved to 11th. Only, seems like drivers are now losing pace in Sector 3. Maybe they're running more now. Slayer is ahead of his teammate. We've got a few drivers now. It will be Slayer's last lap. So, where are we? We've still got Tom in the pairs. He's now coming out. He wants to defend that lead. We're going to have a burst of action here in the next couple of minutes. And I hope you all are enjoying the comms. And my apologies if I am making a few starters. I had surgery on my mouth literally yesterday. So I'm still recouping from that. But I hope you all are enjoying the stream. And, you know, going to bring you some amazing action here during our quali and our race here in the Late Breakers Club. Some late breaking, some deep diving, some big balls, to quote what's going to be my theme song. Whilst I'm here, I want to give a massive shout out to Gavin Bass, who is our comms on Saturday. But also not just that, he's also really helping me to try and improve my streams in terms of graphics, in terms of audio. So massive thank you to you, Gavin, and can't wait to see your stream tomorrow, where I will be racing here on the strip circuit. Now, Daguna, second place. Let's see what can the Hosh driver do. Can he pip Tom to provisional pole? Now, these two, when I tried them, were very close in terms of pace. The only reason one driver dropped the other, and I'm going to say whom because that's privy, but the only reason one driver dropped the other was because of a mistake they made in Sector 2. However, I think that may have been rectified by both drivers, so we'll see. I think we're going to have a very tight battle here for pole. I do. What can Daguna do here? Oh, that's a bit slippy there through turn 6, 7. So we continue do it here through Sector 2. Is he going to be? He needs 2 tenths. And he's not 17 thousandths of a second to Max. And he's going out early, so the track's going to rub in better for Max. Max still on his outlap. He's about to start his father. Daguna 50 thousandths up. What is Tom doing here through Sector 1? Keep an eye on all the drivers in the top 3. I feel like these are the 3 to contend with. So what is Tom going to do here? Beginning will be the first set time. I'm not quite sure if he's going to improve on Tom. So it could be down to Tom or Max. I think Max may be able to pick the gun here. 19 thousandths down for now. Max is getting a slipstream from a Mercedes. That Mercedes must be JP in my eyes. I believe there only to be one Mercedes. There is only one Mercedes, and Max is 90,000 down. So Daguna did not improve. JP is retired. Tom, where is he going to be in Sector 2? Tom is up 3 tenths of a second. Wow. Let's see what can Max do through Sector 2. What can Max do? Qualifying is now finished. Can Max improve here? Can he get safe? Oh, Red Bull goes forward for 131, 209. Max not improving, yeah, but he's got a lot of DRS to utilise here. Tom, I think, is going to take out pole position. What about Derek? Where's Derek? Derek is 2.5 tenths out. Now he needs to find about half a second to improve on Mills. What can he pick Mills here? No, he can't. So it's down to Max. What can Max do? 130.736 for Tom. Is Tom about to take his maiden victory here in the Late Breakers Club Raging Bulls division? Max, the only driver that could really stop him. Coming down to the last turn. And it's going to be a 1:31.198. Max does not improve. Will start third in the Grand Prix. How about King Finier? King Finier has set his time, and that is it, guys. That is it. We've got our lineup for round 8, round 7. I want to say round 7. I want to say round 7 of, yeah, it's round 7 of the Late Breakers Club Raging Bulls division here at the Las Vegas Street Circuit. So we're going to have a very short break whilst the drivers now take a break, have a smoke, and I'm going to join the voice chat. So let's round off. Tom, 4/10 of a second ahead of Daguna, who takes second. Max in third, Red Bull fourth, Mules fifth, DeCerry sixth, Slipstream seventh, Tyler eighth, Big D ninth, JP 10th, King Finier 11th, Slayer 12th, Stephen Jones 13th, Luco 14th, Steve 15th, Boke 16th, Hijab 17th, and Edin 7th qualifying. Can he make it into the points? Let's see, but I believe he has the potential. So, we're going to take a 10-minute break, guys. I will stay on. Got some interesting facts. We're going to have a chat with some of the drivers in the Race VC, so let's get into it. Hello, gentlemen. I thought I would join the Race VC to have a chat with y'all about your qualifyings. Where did you qualify for there? Was it 11th or 9th? 11th. So, do you think you can improve from there? So Derek, just to give you a heads up, we are currently on stream, so if you wish to talk, happily to do so. I'm just having a chat with drivers because it's easier to talk in here than in the comms box. So how did your qualifying go, Derek? And you were 6th, correct? So where do you think the race is going to end up for you? Do you think you can maintain that position? I will agree with you on the fact that it's a street circuit and it's tight overtaking, but a 5-lapper is a lot different to a 50% race, especially when you know you've got subsequent races to improve and evolve. So I feel like there will be chaos. I mean, last time I did comms on Las Vegas was season 2 on what is now Raging Bulls, and I will never forget turn I want to say turn 13 into the DR straight on the penultimate lap, where we had 3 drivers retire and a couple of others smash out. But I feel like, one, the racecraft of the drivers has improved here, and 2, it's not 5 laps are not comparable to a 50% race. Well, yes, I know, but I feel like 5 lap compared to a 50%, especially when you're racing for points. Yeah, it's a lot different, right? You wait for the opportunities. At least I do. So, we'll see. We'll decay. So Max, P3, disappointed or happy? I remember when I was doing a trial and for Tom and Daguna, who are the 2 drivers ahead of you, and we did a 5-lapper, and Tom, well, both of them had serious pace. I struggled to keep up with them, and I raced at 110 AI on Vegas, but I struggled to keep up with them. But I think the only thing that separates them is who can keep the damage away. Whoever gets damage first will lose the race, in my eyes. I.e., they both have the potential to win, but if they get damage, that's gone. So, I think the key here is going to be keeping it clean. Now, I've just had a question in my stream. I've also had a comment saying that Dr. Burgundy is watching. So thank you for watching, Dr. Burgundy. Edin has just asked, safety car, yes or no? I think there's about a 75 to 80% probability of a safety car around this track. Two, maybe three. Max? I will agree there will not be 18 cars finishing the race. Will it be people retiring in the pits or making failures? 15. Okay. I would agree with that. I believe a couple of drivers may decide to retire and one or two may crash out. But here's the thing, and people say street circuits are hard. They're not easy, agreed. But Las Vegas is probably the easiest street circuit of them. It's high. I personally believe it is. Monaco might be slightly easier, but really, 27. I like Saudi as well, but I wouldn't say it's the easiest. I'm just good at it. No, because the majority of the corners are high speed. But the ones you do need to catch you out. Okay, so you guys believe that... Oh, you do, absolutely, because one is 27 turns, two is a kilometre longer, and the majority of the turns there are high speed, plus there's one... Is there 3 or 4 DRS straights there? 3, I believe. 3. So yes, more racing because DRS does help. Plus, people use lower wings at Vegas. Like typically at Saudi, I'm running about, I want to say like 23, but at Vegas I'm running 1.3. So DRS is more effective when you're running high downforce because obviously DRS being about reducing the drag coming from downforce. So, there will be more racing at a track you run higher downforce because of, every driver's running more downforce. And then, got decent long straights to battle. And that's when the DRS is going to kick in. Like, it's a shame about Monaco only having one because you're running high downforce, but it's like a 7-second DRS straight. It's not much. There's no opportunity to really ever take on it. But... if we can make that, let's say, like 10 seconds longer, oh my goodness, the amount of overtaking we would see there would be, like, if they could do it, down the home straight and then, you take turn 1 and then up the hill, oh my goodness, that would see so much battling, see so much chaos as well. But is it time to go, guys? Best of luck, and thank you for letting me join you in here. Good luck all, and may the best driver win. So ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be getting going. We've just been in the voice chat with the drivers. Thank you, Derek, JP, Max, King Finir. Thank you all for your contributions on the conversation there. And now, let's see. And we go here at Late Breakers Club. All drivers bar 2 starting on the mediums. Edin and Daguna. Daguna has been passed by Red Bull. Red Bull has already got to be up 2 places. We're seeing some yellow flags already. Boaks Slayer down positions. JP down from Slipstream. Big D alongside Mills. Oh, there's contact between the Ferrari and the Red Bull. Has the Red Bull got any damage? It looks like the Red Bull has lost an end plate. Thankfully, it's been low downforce circuit. He's lost both end plates now. Is that going to be damage that he's going to need to get repaired? I believe so. But he's definitely lost both end plates. Decay, a great start there. And Red Bull leading the pack besides Tom, who's already 1.2 seconds ahead of Red Bull. He's utilised that areas. He does not want Red Bull catching DRS. DRS is quite powerful here. Let's see how it goes. We've got a VSC there with a spun around Haas. I want to say it may be the Haas. It could be the Kicksauber. No, it is definitely the Haas. We are VSC right now. Drivers warming up their tyres, bearing. But yeah, Luca, I think, has lost an end plate. I think we're going to see a couple of drivers pitting here. So, going into lap 1, Tom leads. Tom's taking it easy. He does not want to get a DT. He's got that confidence in himself to, you know, build on this lead, but he does not want to risk a DT. I think we've seen him get one at Singapore in not the last race, but the race before that. So, Tom taking it easy. He does not want to risk that DT. I think safety car will shortly be ending. We've got no less than 4 drivers, a bit King Phineas, Slayer, Mills and Big D. And this is going to demolish Mills' ability to challenge today. And Max will be so happy. He's got a 24 point over Mills. Can he now hold that? Now Mills has gone on to hard. Can he make that go distance? I don't think so, but we will see. 24 laps here left at the Las Vegas Strip Circuit. When are we getting going? I think the drivers are slowing down. Slayer has got a drive through penalty, so this race goes from bad to worse for the Alpine driver. He's going to want to get a set as soon as possible. If drivers as predicted in 2 to 3 safety cars, he wants to get a set sooner or later, whilst most drivers on track. Big D is out. Is this going to be a safety car? No, it's not. It's just a caution, but Big D out of the race, and it is a full course safety car. A full course safety car, lap 2. So already 2 laps in and 2 safety cars, a VSC and a full SC. Devastating to Slayer Hart. He'll be thinking couldn't have happened a lap later. So unfortunate for Big D there, the Red Bull driver who had such a good qualifying session. I feel like, yep, qualified in 9th. And Tom going ambitious here. I'm interested to see what Tom pits onto, because he's going to fall back down to about 14th in my eyes. Mills getting a drive-through penalty for speeding. Oh my goodness. So we've got 2 of the rear starters getting drive-throughs. Where is Tom going to come out? Edding already up to 9th. So Edding, points available? Yeah, I'd say so. I would say so. Also, Steve Thompson, Dr. Bergandi, thank you so much for your comments. Glad you're enjoying my stream and my commentary. Wow, this is amazing. Like, I can't believe what I'm seeing here. We've got Red Bull in first, Max in second, Daguna third. Derek, if he can hold that forward, that'll be his best finish here in the Late Breakers Club this season. JP, 5th. Tyler, 6th. And is it Tyler or Stephen? No, it's Stephen who is managing ACL injury. However, Stephen is in 8th. The McLaren separating the Williams drivers. Edding in 9th. Tom in 10th. Tom has come out, having pitted onto the hards. Can he make... It's going to be hard. I'm not going to lie. It's not... It is going to be very difficult. And the amount of time he's going to lose in traffic, the dirty air here at Vegas is horrible. But if he can make those tyres last... That will be the best pit stop he's made. Hopefully his teammate Hijab, who is on the mediums, can support each other. They can support each other and get some valuable points for the Aston Martin team. Obviously Hijab just coming back from taking some time out. Tom, new to the Aston Martin team. He's just joined as a full-time driver here for the Aston Martin team. Showing incredible pace around most of the tracks he's raced at, having gone from reverse grid last to nearly winning at Singapore. Qualified pole at the last race we did. Forgive me, I can't remember what that was. but getting DSQ'd. I want to say Silverstone. And then battling through to come 5th. And now, qualified pole has already picked in 10th. Let's see what he can do with his tyres. But one thing we do know about Tommy, he's got serious pace. So, I'm going to take a quick break, guys, and I will be right back. Hi guys, I am back and I believe we are shortly going to be getting going racing if... Yep. Now this is going to be a short one because of Tyler to JP. But they are within 10 car lengths of one another. And Max is right on the back of Red Bull waiting for him to drop the gun, and he has done so. Max getting a bit of spin there out of the straight as he hits the throttle full core. And we go here at the Las Vegas circuit, lap 5. Top 5 home, drop Tyler. Tyler was 32 out, so Slipstream, so Steven. Can Edin, Tom getting past Edin. Got the inside line there, and Tom has got that move done into 9th place. We've got 2 drivers serving DTs, that would be Slayerhart and Mills. Slayerhart now serving his. That's definitely got to be a new feature because I thought it was you have to wait to be resuming racing. I guess because he's towards the back of the grid, that may count. But Eddie getting a little bit out of shape there. Has he lost an end plate? Let's look at that Red Bull car. He has not. As we go through the MGM Arena, as they like to call it here at Vegas. So let's have a look towards the front now. The battle is very much on the top 6 in a DRS train if it happens, but Tom closing in on Steven. He's right on the back of him. He's got a full battery, he's going to go for it here. He's got to go for it. Down the strip, 1.9 kilometers of straight. To the outside goes Tom. Just showing he's used half his battery there to get past him. That just shows how much it takes to get past a driver down the strip. And Stephen is not giving up. He's going to battle for this position. But Tom gets that move done and he's up to 8th place. Can he now close the gap to Slipstream to get up to 7th? We've got Sheffield United getting past Boakes. Red Bull taking the fast lap of the race, but that I believe will change. Max only half a second behind his rival in the Alpine. Will Mills now be pitting? I believe he will do. Yes, he's going for that drive-through. Sensible. I anticipate at least one more safety car here, but Max is destroying his ERA. Surprised Red Bull is still under fueled. You know, we had a 4-lap safety car there. I am surprised that he's still harvesting. Prime opportunity being under a safety car and he's still harvesting. Anyway, getting back on board with Max the Rat and the Scuderia. Scuderia is currently sitting 2nd and 4th respectively, but is Red Bull about to drop Max? This sector will determine it. Red Bull is pulling away, Max is going to lose DRS and is going to put him at risk to Laguna in the Haas. Quite seeing 3 Ferrari-powered engines in the top 4, but is one of them about to lose pace to the other? Tom is just 0.2 of a second behind Slipstream. He's going to get this. Slipstream harvesting when he needs to defend. He's not even going to... I don't think he's attempted to. He's playing the long game. I think he's playing the long game. I think he's thinking that Tom has got to pit again. And Tom may have to. He may have to. However, Tom is now up to 7th and still within DRS range of Tyler, who's the top 4 in DRS train. I think Max deploying everything he has. Yes, he has. Laguna as well. Derek is driving a superb race here. Tom, 134, 535, fastest lap of the race so far. Can he now get this move done on Tyler quick enough to catch up to JP for the DRS straight at the end of the lap? He's going to go for it. I think he's got 50% battery. He's got to go for it. Can the Aston Martin get the move done into turn 4? No, he can't. He takes a look, but he decides better of it. I think wise. Long race, set 18 laps to go. But he's got a better line now out of turn 6. As we head round to... Sorry, turn 5 that was turn 5, my apologies. He's got some decent lines here, and his car... I'm wondering what his differential is, because his car is so slidey in a good way. Let's get on board with Tom. So he's not going to move down here, but JP I think is going to be the one at risk, because JP without DRS, the Williams and the Aston Martin closed in on him. Tom around the outside already, 60% battery. He's going to get a double overtake, I believe. Can Tom get the move done on JP into turn 16? Sorry, turn 14. He's alongside the Mercedes, and he's got past him before the turn. JP goes to the inside to bow, but nope. He holds off Tyler, but Tom has got to move down, and he is flying right now. Tom's pace is electric. He's closing in, I want to say like 2 seconds a lap on Matt. 135.4, 134.6, so he's claimed like 0.7 of a second in that lap alone on the second place driver who's got DRS on first. Max is keeping pace with Red Bull, still leading this race. But Max is pushing, you can see it. When a driver is swerving alien like he is pushing. He's performing to 100. He is tunnel vision. He is hammer time, which is appropriate. Bear in mind he's in Scuderia, so is Lewis Hamilton now. So Max is pushing. He is doing his 105% to keep up with Red Bull and maintain that gap. Now Bugs has got past Sheffield United. Sheffield United battling as well, as is Luco. We're seeing a bit of wing there. Whose wing is that? Is the question. I think it's Luco. Is it Luco? Luco has lost an end plate. Yes, he's lost an end plate. And that is going to require the Haas driver who's currently on hards to pit again. Unless he's got double hards, this is going to be a very long slug for the Haas driver to get some points. Talking about points, Edin in 11th. Only 0.3 behind Hijab. Can he get the move done on the Aston Martin driver? Tom getting past the K. Tom is now up to 4th. He gets the Aston Martin driver, 1 taking a place, 1 losing a place. Hijab losing a place to Edin. Yes, so Tom, 2.2 behind Laguna. He's going to have to carry it on his back. But Tom is just pulling away at 134.5. Tom, which is just improving and improving. I would love to see his tyre deck. I would love to see it because he's pushing. But I'm wondering, he's got to be running high tyre pressures and running low. Now Slipstream is pitting. Slipstream has gone for the undercut. He has gone for the undercut and he is out. No wing damage, that is a pure undercut. So can he get it and potentially improve several positions? We will see. But the fight for the lead is hard enough. Laguna just a 10th or so off of Max. The first of these 3 drivers to get a penalty will be pushing like crazy to get it. But all I'm seeing right now is Tom and the Aston Martin closing up to him by about 3 or 4 tenths a lap right now. Decay is already out of DRS range of him. I'm so thrilled that Thomas decided to take on a full test seat. When I was trialing him, his pace was just electric. And you know, this is an amazing league with amazing drivers, and we want to recruit more amazing drivers. So if anyone is watching who, you know, believes they can bring it to the league, or even if you can't and you want to learn, this is what this league is about. We've seen drivers going from 80 to 100 AI within months because they're battling. And now Max and Daguna side by side into turn 14. There's contact there, and the Ferrari and the Haas. Oh, I don't comment on. I do not. Oh, Red Bull is around. Red Bull is around. Red Bull is around. And now Max is the new leader of this Grand Prix. He's in the pits. He does not have damage in my eyes, but I think he's pitting, you know, to avoid the undercar. However, wow, I don't know what to say here. That was amazing in that, you know, there was a squeeze there. I think it was fortunate Max did not get damaged there, but like, I don't comment. I will not comment on incidences. That is not my job. I'm here to commentate on the action. But wow. Okay, so right now Tom in first, Daguna second, Decay third, Tyler fourth, Stephen fifth, Edin sixth, Finir seventh, Boakes eighth, Max ninth, Lucas 10th, JP 11th, Mills 12th, Slipstream 13th, Slayer 14th, Hijab 15th, Sheffield 16th, and Red Bull in 17th, having spun out of turn 16 and into the barrier, needing to take a new front wing. Another great quality performance ruined. Let's hope Red Bull can recover from it, but he's got a long stint to try and do so. So where are we? We are Daguna. We're in DRS range of Tom now. Tom has gone past everyone. He's gone to the back, gone from first to 10th to first. Now, can Tom manage the distance here? Because if he can, this race is in the bag for him. But will we get another safety car? We've got 17 drivers. 10 laps in, 17 drivers out of the 18 that started the race. Daguna keeping up with Tom. Tom a little bit slippy there out of turn 15. And Daguna, he's on the overtake there. He's wanted to seize that opportunity, but he didn't get enough out of the turn. And he's going to slip back. Maybe it's time for Daguna to try and harvest. Both drivers, I don't think yet have pitted. Sorry, Daguna has not yet pitted. So, the case has been, can Tom take these tyres distance? I don't think so. We will wait to find out. Only 15 laps to go here at Las Vegas Strip Circuit. And yes, we'll see. But some good action here. Lap 11. Who else we got? Decent battle. King Finir and Edin. King Finir feeling like he did not do himself justice in quali. Started 11th. Edin started 18th. Now battling for 5th position. Both drivers needing to pit still. I believe King Finir might have actually pitted. Let's have a look. King Finir has pitted, so he could go to the distance, potentially. We will see, but he's going to have to cover those tyres. And my suggestion is that he's not utilising his ERS when he does not need to. So that is my thing. Can these drivers who have pitted early on to the hards make them go the distance? It is not easy on this game. Doable, yes. Not easy, though. We will see. If another safety car comes out, we'll play havoc. But Daguna's got past Tom down the DRS straight into turn 15. Sorry, turn 14. And Tom will get a little bit wiggly there. Have both these drivers get to pit on 2 mediums now. These are the two that I battled during their trial here at Las Vegas, and I'm not surprised by this in my slightest. Both are mentioned in the race well. 4.3 seconds ahead of Decay, who is now pitting. Off of those 12 lap old mediums and onto the hard tyres. We've got a yellow flag. JP is out. And is this a full course safety car? It's a full course safety car. Gutting for the Scuderia driver. But yes, another safety car after JP's retirement. So, lap 12 of 25. What are these two drivers going to do? Slipstream has also retired. Is that a pit lane retirement? It must be a pit lane retirement. Let's have a look. That is a pit lane retirement now from Slipstream. That is a pit lane retirement Slipstream. I don't know why. Especially under safety car conditions. This is just... I can't understand it. Anyway, We're down to 15 drivers. Slipstream, Big D, and JP out. What are the 2 lead drivers going to do? Because we are still under Delta. Like I said, I do not advise on strategies. I know what I'm doing in this position, but it is not for me to comment. We'll see. I think the Gooner has not yet made his mandatory pit stop. If he does not pit now, that would be crazy. Because this is the time. He will potentially come out in second. King Finley, what is he going to do? Is my question. Because if he does pit, he's dropping about, I would say, he's dropping down to about 10th. The top 2 are pitting. Let's see what King Finley does. Do either get a penalty for... That's a no. Nor does Tom. So both drivers get into the pits. King Finley pitting. So is Edin. Edin also, yes, he's got making his now mandatory pit stops. So the top 4 are pitting. And King Finley is the one to speed into the pit lane. The Racing Bulls driver will be absolutely gutted by that. But question being, King Finley has shown some serious pace here this week, this race distance. So can he go us up now? He's going to come out behind. He's going to come out 4 places ahead of Edin. What to do here? King Finley right now is the 7th for a 10-second penalty. Does he now pit onto another set of fresh mediums? Or does he go distance and have to build that 10 seconds? Is there going to be another safety car? These are all questions he's going to have to ask himself. But as we see the standings right now, Tom is in first on mediums. Max in second. Daguna third. Derek fourth. Mills having serve out drive through is now up to 5th. Tyler is 6th. King Finley is 7th. Fenrir in 7th. Stephen in 8th. Hijab in 9th. Red Bull in 10th. Eden in 11th. Edding will be gutted to be so far behind the guy that he pitted behind. I'm guessing King Finley speeding got him a few positions, but should he pit now? Anyway, Boakes in 12th. Luco will be elated by that safety car. Pitting. Delta difference minimal because obviously 40% race speed. He would have lost so little less time because of that pit stop, as well as the damage he had. Saver in 14th and Lotus Steve in 15th, rounding off our drivers currently. I want to see what King Finley does. Does he decide to pit or does he stay out? He's going to stay out. Okay. So he's going to go for the 10 seconds. He feels like he's got the pace available. He's going to be gutted by that though, because, you know, he worked the strategy perfectly but sped into the pit lane, which is a travesty for the Racing Bulls driver. So I'm going to take a very quick break, guys. I need to rest my mouth and take some painkillers. I'll be right back. Hi guys, I am back and we are about to get going again racing now. Tom leading the way. And he has gone for it. Max responding well. Mills getting past Daguna. Daguna is going to have to get that place back. I don't quite know what's going on here, but we are now full on racing. And Tiffany is up from 7th to 3rd. Now I'm wondering, have any drivers going to have to give position back? All I know is that right now, Max is 4 seconds ahead of 3rd, King Fania. That was a chaotic restart, but the 2 drivers up front, Tom and Max, have probably got this in the bag already. I don't know what happened there with Daguna, but that is interesting to say the least. Now we've got Decay and Daguna battling into turn 4, yeah. Daguna holding it off for now. Decay and Edin battling hard here as well though. Edin battling some very seriously hard here. It's on board the Red Bull driver. Hey Jab, our first driver to pick up a 3-second track limits penalty. No DRS this lap, but Decay is locked up there, and can Edin avoid him? Yes he does. He gets on the throttle, gets on the ERS, and he's got the move done into 5th for the Red Bull driver. Can now Tyler get a move on Decay? He's utilising that overtake. So is Decay. Decay is bleeding his battery dry to not just hold up, stay alongside Edin, but get past him. But does not manage to do so. Edin, 5th. Tyler has got a decent amount of battery now to attack Decay with into the next lap. Tom at 133, 569, wowza. And King Fania up to 3rd. He's going to be looking to close that up. And Tom already 1.9 seconds ahead of Max. This is just incredible driving from the Aston Martin driver. And this could be our maiden Aston Martin victory here in the Late Breakers Club, I believe. I don't think I've ever seen an Aston Martin take a checker flag. So let's see. Could it be the first of many? Now Daguna has got past King Fania. I did not see that coming. I thought he was well clear of, but King Fania now behind Daguna, and Daguna is going to want to chase Max. He's going to want that 2nd place. He's going to be gutted. He doesn't have it now. Why King Fania is not utilising his ERS is beyond me. He's going to need to. He's got a 10-second penalty to overhaul at 10 laps to do it. But Edin doing an amazing job for his junior partner team mates. Currently 2.5 behind, and he's going to be at risk. From Derek. Derek doesn't have much battery left. Neither does Edin, but who's going to get that done? What about Tyler? Tyler looks like he's got some serious strength and speed here. It looks like he's got more than Decay as I speak. Like, Decay is utilising all his battery, he's got none left, and Tyler is still keeping up with him. Some very... Oh, we've got a good battle here for Red Bull and Tyler. Stephen Jones has left the session now. Stephen Jones... Let's see, I think I've got him on Friends. I'm going to try and invite him back. I feel like I've tried to Stephen. Unfortunately, I don't. So we actually trying Tyler to invite him back, but Tyler currently in a very firm battle with the Scuderia driver. Max 3.4 seconds behind Tom. Wow. Right, King Fania, he's struggling to keep up with Daguna, who is closing in on Max. Daguna is closing by about, let's have a look at times. 58.6 from Max compared to 57.7. So 9/10 of a second, 9/10 of a second faster through 2 sectors Daguna over Max. Max is going to have some serious defending today. We've got a decent battle here for 6th and 7th. Tyler now using that DRS to get past the gate. He doesn't want to expose too much ERS because he knows it's going to be a 9-lap battle. Very deep there from Tyler. And he's now going to have defensive duties from Red Bull and Decay. Now Red Bull is closing, and he's closing at pace here. What can the Alpine driver do? He's harvesting right now, and he's got as much battery as Tyler, but will have DRS. So currently, Daguna closing in on Max. Max losing out to Tom. Stephen Jones getting past Steve. Steve, has he spun? No, Steve has pitted. He was up to 13. Max is going to... If Max could actually see the stream right now and be like... He'd be like... He's going to be elated. Another 18 points over Mills. He's got 24 currently. To make 42 points over Mills, but Tom, we're on round 7, 8 rounds to go plus 2 sprint races. Is Tom the man to watch? I mean, he's showing his pace here. 4.7 seconds out of Max. Laguna closing on Max. Max might well lose 10 points here to Tom. Point blank. Now, King Fenry has got about 3.4 seconds to Edin, who's, I don't want to say clear of Tyler and Decay, but he's holding his own. Tyler looking up the inside, but realising that may not be a sensible move. Edin on the faster tyre. He's on the mediums, which he did hard medium. Tyler has done the 2-stop, or has he? Let's have a look at the stop situation. So Tyler's done 1-stop medium hard. Edin hard medium. The delta difference, I imagine, right now is going to be just in favour of the mediums, but that will soon flip. However, Edding, is it now time for him to just sit back and hold off? Who knows, we'll see. Stephen dropping to 14th. And it looks like Tyler has got that move done on Edding. I'm wondering, no, I know there's a bit of a delay on my stream. I was hoping Edding wasn't. Listen to what I was saying there. So Red Bull now dropping off the back of Decay and battling Boaks. Boaks keeping up with Red Bull. He's got a 3-second time penalty, which would see him drop to 9th behind the Racing Bulls driver, giving them a decent point hole for the Racing Bulls here. King Finir currently in 4th, but if we look at where that may drop him, that's going to drop him to behind Boaks. So that would see Boaks potentially take 7th, Red Bull 8th, and King Finir 9th. King Finir needs to get a move on here. But, we're seeing the battles heat up for second. Daguna, I think it's a case of when, not if. Is he going to get past Max? 134.9 from Daguna on that lap. We've also got a bit of a DRS child behind Tyler. Edin has pitted, so Edin showing. This is a front wing change. It's a front wing change for the Red Bull driver. Absolutely gutting, but this is only going to help King Finir. He's now potentially in 6th, for example. Like, he's about 10 seconds ahead of Slayer. 10 to 21, yeah, he's 10.7 seconds ahead of Slayer on mediums compared to Slayer's hards. Is this now time for King Finir to push? Don't think he'll make it to Decay, but time to push to save 6th. He might even drop 2 positions based off of this 10-second penalty, which will be amazing for the Racing Bulls driver. I know he said the top 5 finish possible, even without this penalty, but Daguna now on the back of Max. Max is going to need to hold hard. He takes the inside line, Max. Daguna moves to the outside, and he's got the move done. No, but Max is not giving up. He's going to battle for 2nd place. Wow, he's going to come out. Max, amazing defending from the Ferrari driver. And wow, both coming through turn 16. Clean wings, hard battling, hearts in mouth, I am sure. But Daguna is not going to be given up without a fight here. We've got 5 laps to go here at the Las Vegas circuit. Tom with an 8-second lead in that Aston Martin. Tyler still holding off the K. Mills up to 9th. I'm sure after Mills' race he will be happy with that. But this, I believe, is the battle. This could actually shape the championship in my eyes. Because right now, Tom seems the man to beat. And Max, who's in 10 points to him. Saying that happens every race, Max's championship is at risk. So let's see. What can Daguna now? Daguna's harvesting. Max, well, they're both harvesting, but Daguna with nearly a full battery. Is he just going to wait for the opportunity? Wait and be comfy? Because he knows Max has got some serious pace here. He's seen it. Max qualified just behind him, I believe. Let's have a look at positions. Position change. Yep, Daguna qualified second, Max third. But now, Max is looking up the inside. He's going to get the move done. He's going to late break. He's going to break late into that turn 15. But no, Daguna holds off. And a great defense there from the harsh driver. Can Max do his? Max going to be able to hold off now. This battling is allowing King Finir to come in. Is he going to get within DRS range and be able to push forward? I firmly believe King Finir is going to get 6th here unless there was a late safety car. But this lap will be the last lap opportunity for a safety car. I generally find lap 23 and later, Red Bull get another 3-second penalty for track limits. Or is that another or the first? Yeah, another. That is going to be 10. Well, I don't see him getting points now. I don't see that happening. So we'll say he sets off our lap, but with just track limits penalty. Let's see now. Max, I feel like, who is gonna just. I feel like patience is a virtue here. Neither of them are battling for first. Neither of them have to worry about 4th. So, wait. Like, that is my advice here. If I believe I've got the pace of the car ahead of me, I'm waiting to the last lap. I'm going to harvest, and then I'm going to go for it. That's where I'm at as a racer. And Max is going for it now. He's got the overtake on. He's going to have DRS. Is it the wrong lap to go for it? Perhaps. But he's going for it. He's running outside. He's going to have DRS. And gets the move done into turn 15. Sorry, turn 14. My apologies. 15. 16. Yep. And Max has already cleared a 6/10 of a second gap on Daguna. But Daguna is closing down the back straight. Only half a second separating the two drivers. Now we've got Decay and Tyler battling. We've got King Finir who's coming to. Why is King Finir coming to the pits? He is just. I don't understand. I don't understand it. And that's the question I'm going to be asking him. 3 laps to go, on for 6th, and he's pitted. So Tyler up to 4th, Decay up to 5th. Slayer is 6th. Slayer, who didn't even think he was going to get points today. Luco is 7th. King Finir is going to have to serve that 10-second penalty. And he's going to drop all the way to the back of the grid in my eyes. He's just cost himself like 8 points, 8 championship points. And I don't understand why. With 3 laps to go. Anyway. So Tom, 8.9 seconds now ahead of Max, who is holding off Daguna with all of his might. Both drivers literally quid pro quo on the ERS. Can Tyler hold off Derek for 4th? That's another good battle. Mills and Edin are going to be battling. Both on medium tyres. I believe Edin on fresh mediums. Red Bull as well, but Red Bull has got 6 seconds of penalties, which is going to crucify. He's got to find 3.5 seconds of a box to get that last points position, or hope another driver bails out. Let's sit on board with this battle. I feel like this could be the battle as well. Now, Edin is on wide there, which is going to give Red Bull the opportunity. I don't feel like Edin needs to battle too hard there. Daguna did not manage to get past Max, and now has Max got the upper hand here. Red Bull is going to want to get past Mills here. Mills does he need to battle? I don't think he does. Is Edin going to try and follow Max Red Bull through? Good defensive move there from Mills, allowing the driver with penalties through, but holding off the one that he needs to battle. Some great driving there by Mills to get Could he potentially still get 4 points on this race? Max battling for 15 or 18. But it's going to be a hard battle. We've got a lap and a half to go here at the Las Vegas Strip Circuit. I'm Pete W, and I hope you guys have enjoyed my comments so far. But what a race. This has been 2 safety cars, a virtual safety car at the start of the race. 15 drivers remaining out of 18 that started. Who's going to be the... I think we've got our podium, but what positions? Is Max going to be on the middle step or the bottom step? Either way, he'll be happy with that. He'll increase his lead over Mills in the championship to at least, I would say, 34 points. Assuming that Mills may get... Well, 35, assuming Mills may get 8th. However, we've got Red Bull pulling out. Mills no longer having DRS. He's going to need to push it to hold off Edin. Edin takes some wide lines to avoid that dirty air. And the lead driver is now coming on to the last lap. But we're going to sit on board the race battle for now. And Edin. Edin utilising that ARS. Is he utilising a lap preem? I think so. Question here. Is there going to be contact there between the two? No, there isn't, but Mills running very wide through turns 15 and 16. He's going to be on the defensive now, coming into turn 17. He's taking the defensive line. Edin hasn't got enough right now, but we've got 1 lap to go here at the Las Vegas circuit. We're going to sit on board with Daguna. Daguna right on the back of Max, both of whom are harvesting heavy. I think this is going to be a drag race down the strip. I didn't think I'd say that, ever. But I think it's going to be a drag race down the strip. So Max then a bit sliding out of the turn. Is Daguna going to look to take advantage of that? Doesn't look like he can. He's still half second behind. Tyler and Decay also. Both drivers similar levels of ERS. But this is the battle we're going to watch. The battle for the middle step of the podium. Who's going to get it, Daguna or Max? I think Max is going to get it. I don't think Daguna's got enough in the pan. Both of them are utilising ERS. Maxing it out. And who's going to get second? It's going to be tight. Daguna around the outside. Can he get that move done cleanly? No, he can't. And Max is going to get second. But Tom is going to take the checkered flag here at Las Vegas. Overlapping his team. No, overlapping Stephen Jones. Max is going to get second. An amazing drive and defence on the Scuderia Ferrari driver. Daguna takes the last lap on the podium. Decay is going to get 4th. He will be elated with that result. Tyler 5th. Slayer will come home in 6th. What happened to Edin and Mills? Now, Edin and Mills, I think they've had contact because Luco has got 8th. Red Bull's going to cross the line in 6th, but he's going to get demoted. Luco is 7th. Mills in 8th. Edin in 9th. Red Bull in 10th. Boakes is going to come across the line in 11th. King Fanier in 11th. Sheffield United in 13th. Sorry, Boakes 11th. King Fanier in 12th. Sheffield United in 13th. Steve and Hijab will be the last driver to cross the line here in the Late Breakers Club. Raging Bull Division, and what a defence from Max to take second place and 18 points, gaining 14 on his championship rival Millstar. This is where I now go into the race VC and talk to the drivers. Wow, just wow is all I can say. I mean, fuck me dead and bury me pregnant. What a fucking race. What a race, Max. Talk me through that last couple of laps. Because we were on board with you, watching your attack and defence, and my God, what a defence. That was like you've been learning from me defence. That was pinnacle defending. Amazing. Just well done. I've got to ask you a question, Fanier. Why did you pit? No, but you weren't. You weren't. So here's what. So so I was watching you, and when you pitted in fourth, your delta had you finishing in sixth. I think for me, you lost 8 championship world points there. 8 world championship points because you raced solid there, and that restart was horrible, but you capitalised. You went from seventh to fourth. There you go. Then your restart. If you didn't have the second penalty, which is your own fault, let's be honest. Yeah. Like when I saw you come out of the pits and you were 4 places ahead of Edin, who was right behind you going into the pits, but 4 places behind you coming out, and neither of you had ring damage. I was like, you probably gained a substantial advantage, but you made the most of it. And I think this is where kind of racecraft and, getting that information, like if you had maybe spoke to your engineer, it could have been, you know what? Yeah. It's funny you say that. It's funny you say that because our race winner, Tom, pitted, I want to say, lap 2 for hards. But he won by 10 seconds. You're not slow. Fourth was yours if you didn't have that 10-second penalty. But I've got to talk to Max now because it's seldom I give you praise, Max, and it's all in banter. But that was an amazing race from you. I questioned some of your decisions, like overtaking on lap 22 out of 25, because I felt like that back straight was going to be a DRS train. But the way you managed your ERS was championship worthy. It was championship worthy. You've now extended the gap on Mills by 14 points. Mills finishing 8th. So you've now gained 14 points on Mills, your championship rival. So that takes you into next week with 38-point advantage over Mills. But we've still got 8 races left of this season. Do you think Tom can catch you?
He's not going to be in like every single race, so I'm not really sure.
But are you a little bit worried? And what about Daguna? He showed some serious pace today. Okay then, so that wraps it up. So well done today, Max second, Tom first, and Daguna third. But Max defense, seriously, out of 10, 10.5. That was amazing defending. So well done. And guys, look forward to racing you or seeing you on the grid again. But let's not mention this on stream with my followers following and talking as well. But also a shout out to Edin, who did say are points possible, and he scored points. So well done to Edin. Well done to all of our points finishers and finishers. So guys, thank you so much for joining in the Late Breakers Club Raging Bulls Las Vegas race today. Have a good night and take care.